The 2K Sports pregame show.
Plenty of excitement as we count down to tip-off here on 2K Sports. A little New Year's Eve hoops. This is very, very
When's the
festive.
countdown begin?
5,
4,
3,
2, Happy New Year!
Okay. Tonight we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Charlotte Hornets. Checking out the Hornets, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. And Kemba Walker, a leader for this team, a catalyst. Kenny, talk about what he brings to the table.
Winning. You know, we saw that at Connecticut where he led his team to the national championship, and he's fearless at the big moment.
And you like his work ethic. He's gotten better every year, a leader by example, Ernie.
And that'll wrap it up. We take you courtside. Thanks for joining us.
Don't you mean tape it up?
You tape it up.
Get your official NBA merchandise. Team shirts, jerseys, jackets, sweaters, and more are available at the Sports Zone Station, located in the Washington South Hall.
Any upcoming Hornets games? Visit the ticket store on our website for availability.
As you can see, I got my go-to face on. And they can't chat when I got my go-to face on. Pull up at the show, I put my go-to face on. Feds on my case, but I got my go-to face on.
It's so true. I'm trying to cross the popo. Trying to say that I'm off the red line. I'm over here.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Happy New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports for the NBA. We're all dressed up and ready to go. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. It's getting noisy here in Charlotte for this Hornets home game. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home.
And checking out Charlotte, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a nice story, but now the real work begins, getting themselves primed for a deep push into the playoffs.
There is no shortage of athleticism in this one. Both teams, Doris, can simply outrun you, rise above you. But now they face each other.
What's better than watching high flyers face off? Who is going to put down a poster dunk in transition? Who is going to be on the highlight reel on the gift that you see over and over? Electric athleticism. Let's tip it up, Kevin.
Absolutely. Now the starting group for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Fultz is out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. Vucevic with the bucket.
They're just great poise from the big man. Vucevic sticks with his shot even while being defended well.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I got to talk to James Borrego a few minutes ago. We talked about keys to the game, and he thinks shot blocking has to be even more important. He said, look, we want to keep them out front as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can protect the rim if they break us down. Kevin, he hopes that strategy will help them get their second win in this season series. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, do you agree that they have to put the emphasis on their defense here early on?
I do. I think it's a great idea to play to your strengths, and defense is a strong suit for this group.
Well, it's something that they have considered their signature. The defensive end of the floor is something they bring every single game.
Here is Ross. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Shot from 12. And the shot is long.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
And a wide open look for Lamb. Rebound by the Magic.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And there's Fultz on the assist by Gordon.
And Fultz isn't bashful inside. He feels at ease shooting in the paint.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. On the wing, Lamb. He's guarded by Ross. Here's Batum. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Batum's got his first points in this one.
Really good work in the painted area. You need to have the inside game working like that.
Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
Batum with the steal. Here's Kid Gilchrist. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but it looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
Brown, good. Well, in his first full season in the NBA, AI has certainly shown that he belongs in this league.
And you wondered if he would stick around after making a big splash in his debut, but he's put in the work and has shown that he isn't a flash in the pan, and he can bring a lot to an NBA franchise.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first.
Boy, you think about the Orlando Magic last season and the strong start they got out to, and it sort of faded away very quickly afterward. They ended the year as one of the worst teams in the East.
Charlotte making some changes. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Zeller. Frank. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Kid Gilchrist against Brown. The shot, no good. Charlotte leading by 6. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Grant, and it's Brown in at the 3. On the wing, Lamb. Nice shot from the wing. And for the Magic, part of their struggles, Doris, were injuries.
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. Pretty much every member of their rotation missed time at some point. How about this? No player started more than 57 games. You know, above all else, it's impossible to do well when you are constantly shuffling lineups due to injury. His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Pistons was outstanding. He scored 20 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He was excellent across the board. Obviously, the kind of outing that he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Okay, thanks, David. And what do you think, guys? Will we see a repeat of his performance again in this one?
I wouldn't be surprised if he's even better tonight, Kevin. He has the ability to follow up a great game with an even greater one.
Well, we would certainly enjoy watching that, but I'm sure he's not going to compare this game to last. He's just trying to lock in and do his job.
Magic moving the ball around. Grant finds Vucevic. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ross with the steal. Pass to Brown. Grant, right side. Back to Brown. Shoots over Kid Gilchrist, and it's Brown missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Kid Gilchrist gets it to go in.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Grant. Michael Kid Gilchrist making his last shot. Stolen by Walker. 1:30 left to play in the first half. Now here's Lamb. He's guarded by Ross. Now here's Lamb. A Last game, 26 points.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That's his first personal foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
First free throw is good. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. So it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. One guy who's been getting it done is Malik Monk.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
I think you can look to specifically the patience and the shot creation. Really solid effort.
We've got Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Zeller, and it's Batum in at the 3 spot. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with. And just an impossible shot to guard at times. Doris, when you think of that step-back jump shot in the league, it's lethal. And there are a couple guys who have perfected it.
Well, 2 in particular. James Harden, that step-back that he added is now unguardable. And Steph Curry as well. Those 2 men, when they decide to get to that step-back jumper, turn the lights out, close the gym doors, and step back because it's going in.
Rebound by the Magic. Vucevic has got 7 rebounds in the game. It's Brown on the wing. Shoots over Batum. Kept alive. Gordon. Some solid defense from Kidd-Gilchrist.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Lamb up top. He's guarded by Ross. To the paint. And Kidd-Gilchrist kicks to Batum. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Walker. The shot off that time, and Orlando will come the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the second of 6 for them.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Looking to end his cold spell, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Ross passes to Fultz. No good, shot missing. Walker with some nice D. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. Finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, D.A., for sure. Thanks. Here's Brown. Basket number 5 goes in. He's now 5 of 12 from the floor.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Charlotte leading by 4. Terrence Ross, Doris, one of the more athletic wingmen in the league.
Right, Kevin. This guy's got great reach and frame for the position he plays, and he's always been able to dazzle at times, but he can also disappear. So this guy's got to find that ability to get involved and stay active.
And here's Brown, following Jeremy Lamb's 3. Doesn't go for him.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit.
Kidd-Gilchrist, no luck. The Magic trail by 7. Brown inside, defended by Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Let's remember, we're talking about a fundamentally sound player. Nikola Vucevic gifted at fooling defenders with that pump fake.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
Well,
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And let's take a peek at the players contending for a spot in the dunk contest this year. Each and every one of these guys can do amazing things around the bucket.
And they will. I guarantee you that we're going to see things in this year's contest that we've never seen before. Those fellas have some tricks up their sleeve for sure.
Well, you look at Brown. He's just outside the top 20, so you'd have to think there are too many players standing between him and a spot in the dunk contest this year.
And it's too bad, Kevin. I mean, I'm sure he'd bring a lot of excitement to the contest, but let's face it, it's a crowded field of contenders right now.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
And so in the game for the Magic, Markelle Fultz out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Bamba. Then there's Brown. And it's Mozgov in at the power forward. Now here's Mozgov. And Fournier kicks to Brown. It's good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The pass to Walker. Now Kaminsky. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Brown, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And wow, what a time to tie this game up, guys.
Incredible fortitude to bounce back like this. I think we're setting up for an awesome finish.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zeller comes in for Biyombo, and it's Kid Gilchrist in for Frank Kaminsky. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Hornets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. To the inside, and Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
And it's the Hornets with the ball after the Magic pick up 2. Takes the 13-footer, and that one is off.
Well, I wouldn't say the D was exceptional, but it certainly was enough to bother him.
And the dunk by Bamba.
He's showing he wants to be the man. Bamba has the hunger to step up in those big moments.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hammock. Now here's Lamb. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walker goes in, and Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. And now a 5-point Orlando lead.
Aaron Gordon in a big moment, unafraid to deliver. How pretty is that?
Now here's Walker. Tight defense on him. Here's the 3. Nailed from 3-point land. Walker's got 6 points in the quarter.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're up by 2. 1:14 left in the 4th quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Mohamed Bamba.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Walker taking his time here. Over in the corner, Lamb. Over Ross. No good from Lamb. Orlando, they've gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. Brown, good.
Fultz is not just looking to score the ball. He also is equally engaged in terms of facilitating for his teammates.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 6. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. James Borrego had some words for his team over the break. He told them this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
And ran his man straight into the screen and got a clear path to the bucket.
That is how it is done.
Great teamwork. That's something you develop by practicing it over and over again.
Brown inside, defended by Batum, and it's Brown missing. 6-second difference between the shot and gameplay. And Kid Gilchrist kicks to Walker. Over in the corner, Batum. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Fearless, decisive, on point.
Which is exactly what you have to be, especially when your team needs a bucket.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And the length and speed of Fultz makes him deadly. Excellent at shooting the ball and a super aggressive defender.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're behind by 2. There's 14 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
My question is, will they go for the 2 to tie or 3 to win?
To tie it up. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Well, there's no doubt this guy's on a hot streak right now. That's why he keeps getting the ball in this one. They're like, hey, we're going to feed the hot hand.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That gives them the lead. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Yeah, it was a charge. That's what I saw.
Definitely.
How's it going? I see you, AI. All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do.
Let's get started, man. Let's get started. Hey, he can ball, huh? You could do better than that. Hey, he can ball, huh? Hop to it. This is where it counts. Hey, see you later, man.
Bring it in, fellas. We got a lot of work to do. We need to be a sound defensive team, and that starts with limiting fast break opportunity. All right, let's get into some transition defense work.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Yes, sir.
Do it!
Okay, let's move on to the next group.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hey, right here.
right, AI, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, keep the ball. Shot, shot, shot. Again. We'll get the next one. Come on, AI, focus. Man, I can't even watch this. All right, on to the next one. All right, AI, let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay, guys, get back to work. Hey, see you later, man.
All right, AI. Good to see someone who values the mid-range game. Now let's see how this works.
Focus, focus! Right there! Yeah, let's go, let's do it!
Let's keep on moving, gentlemen.
Next time, man. Next time.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. For Chicago, they're not going in the direction they'd like to be going at this point of the season. They've started to fade, maybe some fatigue.
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And it's another road game for the Magic. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And during this streak, guys, one thing you can see on this team is that everybody's role is clearly defined. Every player knows exactly what's expected of them. All the pieces seem to be fitting together perfectly.
Yep, and there isn't a more confident team in the NBA right now. Believe me, none of the guys on that team think this winning streak has happened by accident.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Markelle Fultz out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot. Now we're getting into the grinded out part of the season, Clark. Should we expect rookies now, you think, to start feeling the length of the NBA season right about now?
You know, that varies from individual to individual. I know when I was a rookie, it happened for me probably after about the 40th game or so. And I just was flat. I was still putting up decent numbers, but I just felt flat, felt lethargic. And then all of a sudden, after a week and a half or so, it just kind of went away, and I finished that rookie season strong. So every rookie's different. Some rookies never hit the wall, Kevin, but most do in some form or fashion.
And teams are all on top of this, aren't they? I mean, they know there's a chance it's going to happen, so they prepare accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. And again, it's rare when a rookie doesn't hit it, but for some it might be an extended wall. For others, it might be a short wall.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And he makes that one. Brown's got his second bucket.
Yeah, you know, Ross doing a nice job sharing the ball. I love seeing that from him. A great teammate who knows how to get his guys involved.
Pass to Markkanen. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Ross. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. Taking a look at the Lakers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And looking at Orlando, probably doing exactly what they hoped. Took some time to develop from a chemistry standpoint, but now it seems like they've got it firing on all cylinders.
And the quick trigger of Markkanen is impressive. He's got such a fluid release, too, especially on these catch-and-shoot jumpers.
Here's Brown. Goes back up. Vucevic dishes to Brown. Ross on the wing. That shot off the mark. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
You know, they're the visiting team. It's a loud arena, very distracting at times, but simply no excuse for missing a ton of free throws.
And you know what, Greg? I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, this is the NBA, the best league in the world. You got to block things out and focus on the task at hand.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Levine. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. 3 on the clock. Here's Porter. No good off the back of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Vucevic with the bucket.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic. I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second-chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Now, here's Dunn. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
Levine, good.
And now look here, guys. I mean, Levine is a tough assignment. Don't make any mistakes about that. He's about 6'5" and has tremendous explosion off the floor.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
Yeah, just hitting a reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
Yeah, recalibration time with the team. There we go.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The shot by Valentine, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Markkanen is the 4, with Lopez in the middle. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. And it's Valentine in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 3.
And, you know, one of the areas where the Orlando Magic struggled was with consistency, but not only on the floor, but across the franchise. A lot of coaching turnover the past decade.
6 on the shot clock. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Hornets was tremendous. He ended up with 22 points, and he added a few assists as he was able to set up his teammates for good looks. What a complete performance. He affected all aspects of the game. It was really hard to stop him once he got it going. Back to you, Kevin.
Hey, David, thank you very much. What kind of carryover guys you think we'll see for him tonight?
Well, we know his confidence level has to be high coming into this game. Physically, he might be a little worn down, but mentally, he's got to be feeling very good.
And, you know, given his last game, guys, you have to believe he'll be the go-to guy for them again tonight. I mean, he'll have every opportunity to keep that hot streak going.
Another miss by Orlando.
Tell you what, Kevin, it would be helpful if he would start to contribute a little more on offense, because when he's missing, it makes it really hard for this team.
Levine against Grant. Outside, Levine. Fires from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Yeah, you need that juice, that gas coming off the pine. Always a luxury to have a deep bench. And when they can step in and play well, you're in good shape.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. The Magic shooting their first free throw of the night.
And when you think of free throw shooting, not particularly a strength for this group, right around 70%.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line. The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
Zach LaVine, a high riser, the two-time dunk contest champ, making his return from that ACL surgery. He can be an explosive scorer.
Here's Brown. That shot goes in. He now has 3 field goals and 6 misses today.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The kick out to Porter. A three-pointer is right on target. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
LaVine wide open. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. And now a 3-point Bulls lead.
Man, you like this intelligence he plays with. And you got to respect that. Gets to his spots and scores efficiently.
Dunn against Ross. Brown kicks to Gordon. Back to Brown. Over Porter. That doesn't go either for Brown.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 8 points for him.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
It'll count. No good on the last second attempt there.
And Fultz is serious about his defense now, always doing his best to get right into the grill of whoever he's guarding.
So that'll be it for the first half. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Clark, a favorite topic of yours. Great rebounders, glass eaters as you call them. Who's the best at creating those important second chance opportunities for his team?
Well, a couple of guys stand out for me in that regard, Kevin. DeAndre Jordan is terrific. Enes Kanter, probably, he might be the best offensive rebounder in the league. Enes Kanter. I mean, he goes and gets it in his area, out of his area, through guys, over them. Man, he's a terrific offensive rebounder. And I'd throw Anthony Davis in there, too. I think he does a great job on the defensive glass and gets his share of offensive boards as well.
So on the floor for Orlando. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Terrence Ross is out there with Fultz, and it's Brown in at the 3, the small forward. Let's go. And too long on the shot.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
LaVine passes to Dunn. Back to LaVine. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, the thing they did there, Greg, clogged up the passing lanes, playing them beautifully and making things hard for the opponent. That's really good defense.
Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Dunn kicks to Carter. LaVine for 3. That one, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Ross, that's good.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Bulls trail by 3. LaVine passes to Markkanen. Now here is Carter, defended by Gordon. LaVine inside the three-point line. That one falls, coming off Carter's feed. LaVine's got 8. The Magic have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The pass to Ross. And he gets it to go. Ross has got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And Ross with the slam.
Putting on a show. Ross can elevate with the best of them.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Chicago calls timeout.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
So for the Bulls, Robin Lopez is checked in. Well, Orlando shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. We've got Otto Porter Jr. He's out there with Markkanen, and it's Felicio in at center. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Back to Brown over Valentine. And it's Brown that time on the assist from Ross. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Magic. The Bulls shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Arcidiacono kicks to Porter. Inside. There's Felicio. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Ross. Pass to Vucevic. Over in the corner, Brown. Over Porter, Brown. Good.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Arcidiacono. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on a run quite soon.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Valentine kicks to Markkanen. Pass to Arcidiacono. Just 5 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. That 3 off the mark. On offense, here are the Magic. They're on a 14-4 run. Here's Brown. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Man, he's got a lot of firepower right now. I mean, what a half he's having.
Bulls trail by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. And again, Chicago turns it over. Zach LaVine's checked in for the Bulls. Magic leading by 4. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance. And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Quick move that time by LaVine. Does a nice job selling the foul, and he's an excellent free throw shooter.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Their ability to rebound and convert those second chance opportunities has been a running theme throughout.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And so LaVine nails both of them.
What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
And it's Brown missing. Bulls trail by 4. Fires from deep. And it's LaVine that time on the assist by Porter. 13 points for Zach LaVine.
Tell you what, we've got a game. I like that LaVine's rising to the challenge as things get tight.
Brown, good. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. to the right wing. Here's Dunn, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Well, I really admire the determination with which Dunn plays, staying confident in his shot at all times.
Fultz dishes to Brown. Over Dunn. He drains the turnaround jump shot. Brown's got 16 here in the second half. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Levine, here we go. And it's Dunn in the corner. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Back to Levine. 6 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Levine's got 7 now in this quarter.
And there you go now, one of the NBA's rising stars, Levine stepping up when it counts.
Brown the pass to Ross. Tries a 3, and it's Brown missing. For Chicago, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
Great play by Ross. I mean, using that bouncing ability at the defensive end, love it.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 50 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, the kid.
Yeah, more than half of their scoring has been through him. It hadn't been selfish either. That's the way they mapped this thing out. And they knew what a tough matchup he'd be for their D, so they just decided to ride it.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jim Boylan was going over with his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
Thanks, David.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Fultz kicks to Ross. Porter against Brown. Now here's Fultz, guarded closely. It's hauled in by Dunn. And here are the Bulls now. Down low. This is to Levine. Over Fultz. It's in!
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing him deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 1. 19 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And really no need to rush. Still plenty of time to get a good look.
Well, if they've got a play that they use to get a quality shot, this is the time to run it.
To the paint. It's tipped. Porter with the steal. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
In the NBA draft a few years ago, some people said Levine was a reach at the 13th pick. Now he looks like a value get. Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 3. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Exactly. You're right on top of it, Greg. No need to chuck up a 3. Just be smart and get a quality shot.
Fultz kicks to Brown. Misses the tray. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Yeah, but Greg, they didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Boy, I tell you what, Dunn does a little bit of everything out there. A stat sheet stuffer for sure. He scores it, he passes it well, and he also gets to the glass from his position.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group